It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Huskies' towering tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Huskies and the Dreadnoughts, and it's coming up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some...
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you and find some easy layups.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to create a GoFundMe so the owner of the San Antonio Dreadnoughts, Mr. C.J. Coates, can have singing lessons. Yeah, baby!
The result might not be all that different.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. So Hopkins is the man in motion. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Left side into the hands of Hopkins.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
On the ground, it's Lewis. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38, move those chains. First down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Yards are hard to come by there. Work it down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. So Hopkins is the man in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On 4th down, they'll send in the field goal unit. That one is good. And the Dreadnoughts will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with. The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. You can see he enters the final week as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He keeps it himself. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Lewis. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Dreadnoughts getting ready to punt this skyward. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Huskies offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. And we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason into the night. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
So Hopkins is the man in motion. Here's Lewis. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it. Here's Lewis. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Back to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Dreadnoughts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. One quarter in the books. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them...
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Huskies ready to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense and their running back set to go once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Man in motion is Brown. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The throw on the run is complete. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
At the 47-yard line.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
First contact at the 44-yard line.
He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
This is Lewis. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Huskies offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Pittman. A gain there of 11. That's enough for a 1st down.
And the Canton 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. He's got it at about the 8, and he's in. Touchdown, Husky. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Makes the score Huskies 14, Dreadnoughts 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And in motion is Brown. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gray is the motion man here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This is caught at the 2. And he'll be taken down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. 2nd and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground, but what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation. It's 3rd and goal. but they're not so close anymore.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The extra point is good. And the Dreadnoughts are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Huskies offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
I can appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away and probably should have just thrown it away.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now let's set up the screen. It's Pittman out there wide. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Huskies offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Look wide, get this one complete. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Throwing now from the gun. To the right side here. Pass is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now, fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Huskies 14, Dreadnoughts 10.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He comes into this final weekend as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to finish the season strong. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after-catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll put a receiver in motion right. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
They'll stick with him again. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's a second and 9.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Into space at the 45. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
His kick is good. And the Dreadnoughts are back within a point. It's 14-13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
Finding space inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Huskies. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Now, the extra point. It's up and through. And the Huskies extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And that is incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Huskies readying to punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Dreadnoughts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 3rd and 10. Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Dreadnoughts set to kick this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Throwing right. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay.
Play is under review.
We might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down. and that will not be a fumble. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On second down, they'll run. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that third down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. We'll see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Dreadnoughts offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
This one complete right side. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Gray is the motion man here. They'll look to throw yet again. There's that man again. Another catch.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Hopkins sent in motion. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
And now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game is tied.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He'll look deep for Pittman. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. This one fielded out beyond the 25. So now out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. covered there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. They'll stick to the ground. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense ready to get back to work. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free, and he gains nothing. He gets this one complete to Pittman.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. Throwing now from the gun. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws. And
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. But Dreadnoughts offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now a give on the ground, and he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Hopkins sent in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Huskies offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
He's taking the 33-yard line. 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass. But give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
So now, a big spot coming here. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So it's a win for our visitors. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. They'll get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.